Guys, and welcome back to another episode of Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast on a mission to inspire a world where food makes us better. Guys, today is Monday. It's new week, new beginning. Soon it's going to be new month and time to set some goals for the new month. But before you do set up your goals for April, I'd like to talk to you about something that I learned over the past week while going through high performance flow coaching. A mode of thinking, a concept that will help you to set better goals and to achieve more of those goals. And by better goals, guys, I don't mean that mine goals are better than yours. No, what I mean is goals that are more beneficial to your long-term growth and development. Because, guys, if we're not growing, if we're not becoming someone new, something new, if we're not developing or creating something new, then why are we living? Is it really that interesting to do the same shit over and over again? Sorry for my cursing sometimes. But over the weekend, I also get a chance to talk to a few people who I don't really connect all that often. People who are into partying all the time. And it seems like all they want is party every day as much as possible. Go for beach vacations and party there too. I'm like, how many parties do you need? I mean, what's new there? You drink different alcohol? You see different drunk people? At the end of the day, what are you achieving there? Seriously. And I'm not saying that parties are bad and you shouldn't do this ever. You can do whatever you want in any case. But, really, is it that interesting? What's new out there every time you do it? It's the same shit. And in a few years, you wake up and you're like, oh my God, my life is exactly the same as it was in college and it didn't move much. But guess what, guys? Life takes work. If you want something new to happen, you probably need to work on that. And that's what I mean when I say better goals. Goals that actually move you forward towards something that you actually want. Most of you guys, especially on this podcast, probably do want to develop something, create something, achieve something that you don't have in your life right now. And so for that to happen, we need to set better goals. And as I've been learning actually a lot of neuroscience lately, listening to a lot of podcasts on neuroscience and from Stanford scientists, so the really good stuff. And this coaching, flow coaching, high performance coaching, it also gave me a lot of material to think about, especially about goals, how goals drive us towards certain direction, right? We might not necessarily achieve every goal that we set for ourselves, but goals definitely give us direction. So if you have a goal, for example, to, get a six-pack, right? You might not get your six-pack necessarily, but will it move you towards a fitter self? Most probably, if you're serious about this goal, right? So a lot of times the goal is not necessarily the exact thing that you're going to achieve, but it's definitely going to move you into the same direction. That's why goals are important, to steer your sail, and to know where you're going. Otherwise, you'll just gonna go whatever and end up with, that's why a lot of people feel that their lives are meaningless, because they don't set goals that they're serious about. They don't move into any direction they want to go, and then you just move from side to side and end up in undefined place in space and time continuum. That's my Star Trek talking. Anyhow, guys, so this concept that I mentioned at the beginning, and I almost completely forgot about, that I've learned in flow high performance coaching. Second order thinking. So during that last week, we were talking a lot about mindset and goals and how people who achieve great things think. And so one of the things that made me think deeper about how I think in general about things, it was this concept of second order thinking. So first order thinking goes like this. okay, I'm feeling sleepy, I'm feeling tired, maybe I should drink a cup of coffee to not feel sleepy and tired to do my work better, right? So this is first order thinking. And let's say this kind of thinking, this thought that you are thinking, it's in the afternoon, late afternoon, around 4 or 5 p.m. And in just a few hours, you'll probably want to go to bed, to rest well for the next day, to have an amazing day and achieve more and be your best self, right? So let's say this is what you're thinking and you decide to go for that coffee. You don't think about consequences, nothing. You just want to fix this problem in any way that is fastest and takes the least amount of effort, right? The most pleasurable. So coffee would be that thing to fix this problem. Now, let's take second order thinking. So what's that is about, how it's different from first order thinking, and why, if you're interested in achieving your bigger goals, you must be most of the time second order thinker. So second order thinking in this situation would go like this. Okay, now it's 4 or 5 p.m. in the afternoon. I'm feeling sleepy. I'd like to do a little bit more work to finish the thing that I'm working on. I don't know, a few emails or something. So I might go for a coffee to be able to get through this faster, not feeling sleepy. And then you think a second order thinking. And then it goes like this. But if I drink my coffee right now, it's going to keep me awake for quite a few hours, because we know that the life of caffeine is like full lives about 10 to 12 hours. So if I drink my coffee now, I'm not going to be able to fall asleep on time. I'm not going to have that restorative sleep as I usually have. Next morning, I'm most probably going to wake up feeling groggy, feeling cranky, not really feeling my best self. Probably first part of the day, I'm going to be feeling sleepy because of bad night's sleep. And if there is like a presentation to do, or maybe some important sales calls, or maybe some important meetings that might come up, I'm not going to be my best self and I might miss some opportunities then. So by drinking that coffee today, I'm actually stealing my possible like best outcomes next morning. And so you thought about the whole chain of possible events, and pretty like, it's not like they're from magic land. They can and do happen for a lot of people, even though not a lot of people realize that. And so now it's 4 or 5 p.m. in the afternoon, and you decide, instead of that coffee, you decide to, a few things you could decide. You could do a couple of exercises to bring up some adrenaline, because every time we do some fast, intense movement, we rise the levels of adrenaline in our blood rise, and we feel more alert and awake naturally. There are also breathing techniques like hyperventilating, that will also bring up levels of adrenaline, and you're gonna feel more awake. What you also can do, you're like, okay, these emails are not that essential, so I might just do them real quick next morning. Instead, I'm just gonna pack up my things, go home, rest, prepare really well for my sleep, and maybe I even wake up earlier and fresher next morning and knock out these emails and have an awesome morning, productive, being my best self and seizing all the opportunities. So, and you choose one that works best in this situation, and you act accordingly. So this is the second order thinking. So basically, what second order thinking is all about is thinking about the whole chain of consequences that from your experience might and probably will happen. Like with this coffee, it probably happened to you a few times and to many other people. And so you thought about the whole chain of the consequences and decided to take a better action instead that might not be as enjoyable and pleasurable and easy at the moment, but it will bring many more positive consequences in your life. And this is the second order thinking that I'm talking about. And what I realized I'm quite a good, like really, really good second order thinking when it comes to health and fitness. For example, I might not like every workout I do, but I know that it's going to bring amazing results. So I kind of tolerate the first order pain for the second order benefits that just keep giving. Or with food, yeah, maybe I don't enjoy my fatty fish and vegetables, even though I love those. But maybe, just eating a piece of cake would be much easier, probably is much easier and more enjoyable and pleasurable. But it does not work for all the other goals that I have. So second order thinking applied here would mean that I would eat more vegetables, more fatty fish and other good stuff like eggs and all the healthy foods. So I apply second order thinking in my nutrition as well and in my sleep. Yeah, maybe on some nights I do want to stay up, but then the next day, at least half of the day, I will feel sleepy and cranky and want to enjoy my day so much. So maybe I don't want to stay up that much. And maybe that TV series or Netflix series isn't that important to me after all. I'd rather feel good in the morning and the whole day and do all this awesome stuff that I want to do, right? But in some areas, like my business, for example, I have a lot of space for improvement and I'm working on it, and I'm not such a good second order thinking. Like sometimes I need to do a lot of sales calls to promote any project, to start new projects, or to just get potential clients or real clients. And so sometimes I'm like, maybe it's not that important to do this last or first 10 calls. And then I didn't do them. But yeah, first order thinking, it's okay. I have free time. I don't have to go through this cold calling stuff, that I don't enjoy much. But then second order thinking, if I were to apply it there, but then I might miss a lot of opportunities. There might have been a lot of yeses there. And so now I'm trying to apply the same second order thinking that I'm really good at health and fitness. I'm trying to apply it to an area that I haven't been really great at. And it seems to be working, guys. A lot of things I got better at last week, and this week I'm going to continue working on them to give you my results, more of my results, and then kind of feedback on what I did and how it worked and how also it can help you. But for today, for now, just understand this difference between first order thinking and second order thinking. And also please do realize that most of our audacious goals, things that we want to have in our life and we don't have now, they require second order thinking. They're not as pleasurable and easy and simple at the beginning, like right now, but they have a huge potential to bring us the things that we want the most in the future. And so that's what second order thinking is all about. So maybe this afternoon, instead of caffeine, you choose breathing, some exercise, or prepare for a good night's sleep and knock out those emails the next morning fresher and better. So let me know how you are going to apply this second order thinking, what you're thinking about applying it to. And then if you have any questions about second order thinking or the coaching that I'm taking, that is blowing my mind, guys. I feel like I'm a completely different person. Like, I now understand why I'm not getting the results where I'm not getting them. I understand the flaws of my mind and I'm changing them. So Flow Coaching, Flow Research Collective, if you want $500 discount, let me know. That's the promotion they have when you get referred by some other person. So anyhow, this amazing high performance coaching I'm going through, and I'm going to give you more takeaways from that. For today, it's second order thinking. Think about how you can apply it in the areas of your life where you're not thriving and achieving as much as you'd like to. And if you have any questions, reach out and share this episode with one other person who can benefit from this. Like, if you were pumped to learn what you learned today, share it with another person, teach it to another person. Because when we teach it to someone else and we share good information, we create a world where everyone is doing better, where everyone thrives. So please do share, please teach this to another person. And as usual, guys, Till next time, eat better daily.